Alright, so welcome to another video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. So, just got off the phone with Pam. I spoke to her twice tonight, and every time I got off the phone with her, there was sirens in the background. Okay? When, like right now, it's all silent. The last two times I got off the phone with her, what happened? Sirens. Okay? And I see now that my phone is not cutting off. The videos is not cutting off, right? So again, this is what they'll do. And on top of that, earlier today, I'm calling my son. His phone rang. I called him again. His phone was off. I called Pam. I said, "Hey, I'm trying to get in touch with the kids. Calling Ethan, his phone is off." I said, I said, "Can you tell the babysitter to have him call me?" So then an hour later, I call her back. I was like, "Hey, Ethan's phone is still off." I said, "Did you tell the babysitter?" She's like, "Yeah." So, she got home. I spoke to Ethan. I said, "Hey, I'm calling you, right?" She's like, "Well, he's playing the game with his friends." And I said to her, "I don't care about that. I'm his father. If I call him and the babysitter to say to him, 'Your father called,' and he's to call him back, he needs to call me back right away. Okay?" I said, "I'm not standing for this disrespect." And I told her, I said, that's a problem with a lot of black women raising kids who, black women who don't want to, who by themselves raising kids, or the kids live with them, because I definitely help them raising my kids. So she's not raising our kids by herself, right? Because I'm very active. You guys know that. You guys see that. Like making excuses. And I said, listen, I'm not going to put up with that disrespect. That's very disrespectful. Okay? Very disrespectful. And her whole thing is like, oh, well, you should, you're overreacting. I said, no, I'm not overreacting. Okay? And this is why a lot of young kids, particularly male kids, when they get up, they have no respect for male authority, particularly father figures, right? Because you have women, black women, who raise them to be disrespectful, right? Because of their issues that they don't want to deal with. Okay? So they rather have raised disrespectful kids, right? And then they want to complain when the kids are disrespectful to them also. Then all of a sudden they're calling you the father, talking about, can you speak to your kids? Can you speak to the kids? When that should happen, tell them, say, no, you deal with it. Okay? Because it's because of you is the reason why they're disrespectful. And this is what happened. Every time you try to discipline your children, and you're not abusing them, you're disciplining them. You're not beating them, you're disciplining them. You're talking to them in a stern manner to let them know, listen, I'm your father, and you're not going to disrespect me. Have respect. And I understand that. And like I kept telling my son, I said, when you answer me back, you say yes, dad. It ain't a mm-hmm and uh-huh and yes. It's yes, dad. When my daughter, I speak to my daughter, she answers me, yes, daddy. My son, this is what a lot of us are dealing with. Okay? Because you have a lot of these women who don't understand the damage that they're doing to their young boys. Okay? Because they don't have the ability or the capacity to instill any kind of discipline, any kind of respect. And they just let them do whatever. This is America. Okay? And if you're raising your particularly your male children, you're not teaching them, you're not giving them structure, discipline, we know the outcome. Okay? We know the outcome. And I'm not about to let that happen to any of my kids. So yeah, she was saying, oh, you're overreacting. No, I'm not overreacting. And if I need to overreact, then I have every right to overreact. Because all they think about is themselves. Okay? Themselves. their happiness. But what about your children's happiness? What about taking the time to spend with your kids? Teach them something. So you teach them to be disrespectful to their fathers, and then when they get into trouble, their father is the first person you call. It don't make no sense. So I'm not overreacting. I might be a little bit overprotective, but as a black man in America with kids, you have every right to be overprotective. Okay? And you have, as long as you're teaching your children the truth.